Hello everyone and welcome back to another good old Gintama arc review. Actually, I have to address something from my Benizakura video. I mentioned how they added a certain insert song, Bakuchi Dancer, when in reality it was Shura playing in the TV version. Now, when I was initially writing that script, I had Shura down, but I definitely remembered them saying Bakuchi Dancer in the song, so I changed it. Looks like I got them mixed up. Whoops, I do love them both still though. Anyway, today we are introduced to one of the best robots in anime period, and her name is Tama. Woo! With 7 manga chapters covered by 3 anime episodes, I introduce you to the 5th arc the anime has to offer. I'm Kazu Trash, and welcome to my review of Gintama's Fuyo Arc. During the late hours of the night, Gintoki is spooked by a PSA encouraging Edo's residents to separate their trash. After it concludes, he awakens the sleeping child to assist him in his battle against the midnight PSA demon girl to confirm he threw out his old jump in the correct bin. After coming out of the closet, not the metaphorical one, and even leaving the house to aid our frightened samurai, it was as if the devil himself possessed Kagura's body, as she gets bored and sleepily waddles back to her bed, leaving poor Gintoki to fend for himself. Here he finds Tama's severed head and passes out in terror. When he wakes up, with the help of Shinpachi, they discover she's an android, not an egg cracker as Kagura assumed. I can't help imagining Kagura hilariously going behind the building, curious as to why Gin wasn't back yet, realizing he passed out and dragging him up the stairs where he may or may not have hit his head every step of the way, and eventually she just plops him back on the couch. The cherry on top is her possibly assuming this robotic severed head is an egg cracker, and well, possibly wasting a bunch of expensive eggs as Tama watches blankly until Gin finally regains consciousness. Actually, the cherry on top is the fact that her name is Tama, poetically given by Kagura in reference to her egg-cracking capabilities. Anyway, after that, Tama begins to speak after they touch her mole, and comedy ensues. You know what, I may as well talk about that now, good as a segue as any. The comedy in this arc is phenomenal. What a breath of sweet fresh air after Benizakura's,
この年頃の娘はあと2、3年したら一番輝く。
Yeah, that. I swear, all of the odd trio's tomfoolery in the Fuyo arc is hilarious. Everything is on the same caliber as that first bit with Tama. From Gengai giving the crew upgrades to their weapons in the form of soy sauce dispensers to Tama playing a Rocky-ish theme to hype everyone up on the way to the battle. Almost everything got a good laugh out of me, or at least a smirk. Yeah, you can probably tell, but I really like Tama. In my opinion, she's the best character revealed since all the initial cast members' introductions. Her existence leads to some hilarious moments. You wouldn't think it with her being a robot and all, but she's got quite the sarcastic personality. Now though, we must continue forward to delve into the narrative. Tama, or I-Zero, possesses something called the Seed, which allows for human emotions to sprout in robots. Dr. Hayashi's final creation. To achieve this, he, in an attempt to grant his sickly daughter eternal life, placed her into... Oh god, that looks like a torture device. Yeah, this. And who would have guessed she passed away. Though her data, while not perfect, was transferred to Tama. Hayashi, on the other hand, transferred his soul into TO-502's body, and now we have the robot closest to being human. At least that's what it appeared to be at first. As time went on, the robot began rejecting Hayashi's personality and changed into something else entirely. Now, 502 has taken the dream of granting his daughter eternal life to becoming God for the sake of his daughter and having robots take over the world and replace humans. Tama describes 502 quite well, a mangled relic of Hayashi's dream. Oh yeah, while we were getting that explanation, Hayashi, or 502, whatever you want to call him, kinda took over the entire city with his robot army. So, now it's robot killing time, boys! Gengai crashes out of his garage with a damn tank and we make our way to the terminal. This scene happens. And the final battle ensues. Well, not quite yet. Quick note. I want to mention the safety hazards here. No railings going into the terminal. Oh my. Let's just say the Amanto like to live on the edge. Safety hazards aside, Tama exposes Hayashi for doing everything he's done up to this point, not for his daughter, but for his lonely self, perhaps haunted by the torment of his guilt which came about from the death of his daughter, a death he himself inflicted. All he desired was to escape that torment by becoming an emotionless robot, but even that couldn't truly allow him to be at peace, as he's clearly still clinging to the remnants of his old dream. Tama decides it's her duty to end this herself, and well, let's get this fight started. 502 reveals his broken healing capabilities after Gin slashes his head in half and reveals to them the only way to stop this regeneration is to destroy a certain central processor inside of him, sorta like Guard from One Punch Man. If only he hadn't revealed this. Oh well, anime villains will be anime villains, I guess. After that display, he impales Gintoki straight into the wall. Damn, second impale for Gin this week. For real though, I do have to wonder how much time has actually passed since Benizakura, since in terms of how many episodes in between, it's only about 9 or 10. So, does that mean it's 9 or 10 days? I don't know. Gintama isn't the most chronological show sometimes. After Shinpachi is knocked straight into the abyss, see? Safety hazard! Gengai saves him along with Gin, and Gintoki shoves him into the terminal central energy beam to disintegrate that processor wherever it is and eliminate 502. Everyone aids in Hayashi's final death, with Tama, or I suppose Fuyo in this case, shedding a tear as she bids farewell to her father. Gin consoles a saddened Tama, and right after they realize the terminal will explode within minutes. She sacrifices herself in an attempt to disable the robots currently taking over the city using the terminal. Tama cries, exclaiming she's finally made real friends before succeeding in her mission and fading away into nothingness. You better believe I was crying my ass off here. Damn it, Sarachi, you've done it again. Gin later picks up Tama's head on the way back, so Gengai implants Aizero's memories and personality into her and is placed in Otosei's bar as a new employee, and thus wraps up the Fuyo Arc. So that's the Fuyo Arc. Before I go on a little tangent here, Meguro, what did Meguro do? The professor dude. I just remembered him before I started. I just wanted to talk about him because he pretty much was on screen just to die. I think he wanted to become God or something. I think two people want to be God then. Hayashi wanted to be God and 502 wanted to be God. Why does everyone want to be God in this arc? Of course, I'm a big fan of Tama, right? So, of course, I'm gonna say Tama is amazing. Her place in the story, like a lot of the cast, is a bit depressing. But the same goes for most of these characters anyway, so she fits in just fine. Hayashi was pretty cool. I love how he had a pass with Gengai. And speaking of Gengai, Gengai was also pretty damn awesome. I love how Gengai was fleshed out a ton in this arc. He just brought this arc to life. He had a damn tank. He was cracking out the soy sauce dispensers. And what else did he do? Oh yeah, he turned his tank into a hovercraft and saved Shinpachi and Gin. There you go. Gengai MVP. That's pretty much all I want to say. So with all that being said, do I think the Fuyo arc is better than Benizakura? Yeah. For so many jokes to land so well in a comedy-centric anime is essential. And Benizakura, oh man, I didn't remember it being that bad when I first watched, but it's a doozy. If Benizakura's jokes were better, I may have considered a 9, but unfortunately that rating will have to stay only awarded to the Fuyo arc. So, that's right. The Fuyo arc is the only one with a 9 so far, so it's our reigning champ for our top rated arc so far. And that's about it. So, that's the video. If you want more of me, I post about my anime watching habits, document my wild dreams, and all sorts of other shenanigans back on my Instagram account by the same name. Luckily, managed to snag that one as soon as that Konosuba episode aired during Season 2. I'm also on Twitter, pretty inactive though, I mostly retweet. Anyway, see you later. Have a good day, or night, or evening, or afternoon. Bye bye.